Right. Peace, love, and light, guys. It's your guy, Professor O, coming through with a dose of that good yolk. I'm everywhere like broken glass. I'm around like a circle. Anyway, anyhow, let's get down to this round now. Today, I want to talk about directing your passions. And you look my book on that. You see your boy is getting better out here. Don't hate me because you ain't me. Don't hate, appreciate, motivate, participate, but never ever hate. Can you dig what I'm talking about? And it's never too late. Anyway, anyhow, let's get down to this round now. When you're directing your passion, or putting direction to your passion, that's pretty much, you're no longer just like a flash show. You know what I mean? Like when people are very naturally passionate, they're very good at drawing crowds, and they're actually very good to watch and observe. But at the same time, that only really benefits the audience. Even though I'm getting to one of my points right now, but I kind of want to explain it in the summary part. But when you're adding direction to your passion, now you have a goal. Now you're not just a show to watch. Oh, this is very entertaining. You know, you're seeing where you're going with this. You know what I mean? Your passion is going to a place that has a destination, instead of just being a fireworks show, pretty much. I digress. Anyway, I got the handy dandy notebook. It's on the spot. Don't make it hot. Who writes in script? Clearly your boy does. Don't hate me because you ain't me. Oh yes, we get into it. Let's do it. Passion with no direction only benefits the audience. And what I mean by that is literally, it's just a flash show, pretty much. It's like, oh wow, this is entertaining. Oh, I love when this guy acts like this. Or I love when he gets in this mode, this, down, and third, etc. so forth. But you're not even benefiting yourself because you're not applying that passion to something that needs to be done, or that's something that can behoove you for your present or your immediate future. Now, when you start to align yourself to exactly where you want to be, you sit down and be like, okay, I want to be beautiful. Oh, I'm already that. Well, anyway, you get what I'm saying. I want to do something. I want to be able to put something towards something. I want to create something, right? And first and foremost, it starts with thought. Once you get the thought inside, and then now it's like, all right, now it's making that tangible, because thought doesn't truly necessarily exist. It exists in other realms, but it doesn't exist in the physical realm. You're bringing it down literally. Now, the interesting thing about it, when you're bringing it down, it has to go through many channels. I'm talking right now, so please keep up. And also, I didn't even write this down because I usually don't like getting into these avenues of thought, especially when it can get very. Well, you already know I'm long-winded. Anyway, I talk too much, so let's get right down to it. Anyway, you have to break it down. You're bringing it to the tangible. You're bringing it to the physical. Because remember, it already exists. It's already there. Being that you thought it, you already pulled it from the great almighty. So now it's time for you to make it tangible so it can be expressed in your own personal way. This is the whole point about having a personality and you being a single individual. You being God on this planet and you being individualized. So that means you can be your own personal version of what God is supposed to make you be, as long as it is righteous. Also, realize when you're doing it in the righteousness, you're aligning to what's happening and you're aligning to what you actually are supposed to be, and you're going to do it, you're going to be able to manifest properly. So you think about it. Once it's in thought, great. Now you're bringing it down, and as you bring it down to this physical realm, that 3D, whatever the case may be, whatever to call it, you bring it down to this physicality, and now you have to make it tangible. Now this is when you're taking out the nooks and crannies and you're refining it, because it's already been perfect. You can see the perfected version in your mind, whatever the case may be. I'm veering right now, but this is still lines up when you're directing your passion. But this is more about bringing in the physical, bringing in your mental into your physical. When you're making something untangible and you're making it tangible, you see it's already been perfected, so now you have to bring it down. Now when you bring it down into this world, whatever the case may be, and then now you have to refine it, you have to take out the little kinks, whatever the case may be, repetition, response, repeat, until it becomes that perfected version you may see. Now the interesting thing about it, being that you've seen it in the perfected version, that may not actually be the final version. This may be a final version that you was able to attune to, but it may not be the actual final version that you actually get. You may actually have a more perfect version, or it actually may be less. It all depends on your drive and your ambition. With me personally, I like to actually finalize things and perfectionize it, whatever the case may be, if that even is a word, perfectionize. If it's not, you heard it here first. Can you dig what I'm talking about? I think you can. Anyway, anyhow, let's get down to the round. That's part of when you're directing your passion, when you're bringing the untangible into the tangible. You're making something that isn't tangible. That is part of manifestation. That makes you a creator, makes you a God, etc. so forth. But ever, always, and remember, please keep it humble. Always, at all times. Just because you have all this great manifestation ability, that does not mean that you're greater than a bigger ability. The great almighty one. Even though the Father, I will. Whatever, I digress. I can continue on, but let's get down to this round now. Passion with no direction only benefits the audience. Now, what I mean by that is, it's like you're becoming a flash show. you gotta direct your passion. What are you good at? What do you do? Whatever the case may be. And then people that are naturally passionate, a lot of them don't really have direction. They just live in their passion. You know what I mean? They're just doing it, but they don't know how to add an aim to it. You know what I mean? They're just everywhere all the time doing it, and it's good, but at the same time they're stagnant. So being that their stagnicity isn't going any place, it just becomes a show. Like, all right, I like this guy. Look at him. I like when he gets in this mode. It gets very, very, entertaining, whatever the case may be. But once that individual puts a direction to their passion, now they're going somewhere because they have a goal. And now that passion is already the drive to get them there. Now they have a goal to get to know where they're going. Simple as that. Apply direction to your passion, you'll be able to go. Passion with no direction only benefits the ordinary. I digress. When you add a direction to your passion, you're giving aim to your talents. I just said that and I already expelled on that, so I'm not going to expel on that anymore. At that point, it's no longer now. At that point, when it's not only a show that the viewers benefit from, now you begin to benefit from it because you're refining your talent. You're refining your passion. Now your passion has a direction, so it's becoming refined. It's not everywhere at all time. It's becoming more linear. Now, when I'm talking about anytime, I usually don't actually like to, how can I say, not apply myself. I don't like to, I want to say accompany myself with the word linear. Because life isn't linear, it's geometric, it takes leaps and bounds. But now when you have your passion, when it's geometrically going everywhere at all time, it's just a good thing. That means you have a very good presence. Like it's very loud in a positive way. But now you want to direct that loudness into a singular point or a singular line or a singular lane. Now this is when you're taking the geometricness of it and you're making it more linear, which is good because all that passion is being condensed and is able to go into a straight line. Which is a really, really beautiful thing because now you're adding, it's pretty much you're directing, it's like it's something that's emotional and is all over the place and you're adding logic into it so you can actually discern your emotions and you won't be able to be all over the place. You'll be centered pretty much. You're centering your passion, which is a beautiful thing. But I digress. When you have direction, you'll have goals. And if you have goals, you have milestones. And if you have milestones, you have status updates. Because when you have your milestones and when you have these things, and now when you're making points, when you're doing this thing, etc. so forth, that's when you're able to actually get into the point where you have status updates of where you were, where you are, and where you're going. Simple as that. And if you're able to do these simple things, and if you're able to do it in the most high altitude or high manner, whatever the case you want to call it, whatever term better suits it, then you'll be able to apply things more prominently. Why? Because you have status updates of where you were, you have status updates of where you are, and you have a status update of where you're going. And that in a sense, and that in itself makes everything worthwhile. Simple as plain. That's it right there. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't get any better than that. And it won't get any better than that. Why? Because that's just what it is. Simple as that. Simple as that. Let's get to it. Direction channels energy properly and efficiently. And I literally mean that. I was saying that a little bit earlier because when you're passionate, you're usually all over the place. Because it's passion, you know what I mean? It has no direction. But when you're directing it, again, you're making it come to a center point. And when it becomes more centered, it becomes more concentrated. And if it's more concentrated, then you have a direction towards it, then it becomes more powerful. Then that's when you're adding that tunnel vision into it. And when you have that tunnel vision into your concentrated passion, that's when the direction kicks in it. Then you'll be flowing through your obstacles. You'll be going so fast and so strong because you have a destination of where you want to go. And yeah, and that's it right there. And again, this message is for the adept out there, for the master, the expert, the proficient, efficient, self-efficient, the one that's always doing it and never losing it, that's growing at all time. Keep it up, keep it up, keep it up. And remember, speak good, see good, do good. And when it is good, it's all good. Can you dig it? And for the haters out there that love looking at your boy, make sure you look at my good side because you know that I'm sexy. Can you dig it? I know I gotta get my hair done. But soon, hopefully I'll be able to come back on the screen and look a little bit more sexy. But the sexiness never stops. It's just in a different type of look. Can you dig what I'm talking about? Peace, love, and light. I'll see you guys in the next video.